so I got this track here. It's all stemmed out, and there's actually no bass line to the track because the sample used actually has a bass in it, but it's hip hop. We want to beef it up a little bit. I'll play it for you first. Produced by OCRBeats. So yeah, it sounds nice, but I want to bring that bass up a little bit. A lot of people would actually take this here, this sample track, and they would clone it over to a new track like this, and they would mess with the EQ of that one. They would cut all the high end off with like an equalizer and boost the low end, so that becomes its own separate track with just, you know, the low end frequency in it. But there's better ways to do that, and we could do that through signal routing, and I'm going to show you this trick here. So here we have our sample that is on this sample bus here. I am a big fan of Guitar Rig version 5. Actually has a bass amp called Clean Bass. This sounds really nice. Now this is affecting the entire song, so I'll play that first, and you can hear that here. Turn it off. Turn it back on. So obviously it's muddying up, it's dirtying the samples way too much for what we want to do. But here's what I'm going to show you. So we have this here, this guitar rig on Studio One. This is your insert for the guitar rig. Right here is this routing symbol. If you click that, you could pull up advanced routing for this channel here. So I'm going to add a splitter. I'm going to put a splitter here. It doesn't matter where we put it right now because I'm going to rearrange it and move it for you. So this splitter, you have some options. You can do normal split mode, which splits it. If you want to do parallel compression or parallel processing, you could throw effects on these, and then they both get routed back into its main output. You could channel split, and you can frequency split. I'm going to do a frequency split here. So this frequency split right here is between the left and right side of the split signal. This right here is going to affect the frequency range that it's actually splitting off. So since I only have, you could create more if you want. If you want super multi-bands, you could create all these different things, and you could set up each frequency if you want. But we're just going to work with 2. I'm going to show you this. So right here, everything below will say 155.1. It doesn't have to be perfect. So this right here, this splitter, this side, is everything in this blue between 155.1 and down. And then this right here is everything from 155 and up. So I'm going to take this guitar rig and I'm going to move it and I'm going to throw it right here. So the guitar rig is only affecting the signal from 155 and down. And that allows me to put a VST, like multi-band compression. You only want to compress certain bands. Well, this is creating the bands, but instead of the compression, I'm actually using a whole VST, which is guitar rig. So I'm going to play that for you first here. I'm going to turn it off. This is the original. Hear that? Now here it is. It's only affecting, guitar rig is only affecting that frequency, 155.1 and down, which adds a lot of beef to that, and it beefs up that bass for you. If I want to take it a step further, there's multiple ways to do this as well, and I want to convert all that down to mono. This is probably overkill for what you could be using, but I'm a huge fan of it, so I'm just going to show it to you anyways. I use kilohertz multipass all the time. This actually breaks things up into bands, and it comes with a toolkit, and you have all these different effects. But I'm going to turn band 1 on, and I'm going to dial this into, you know what, I'm going to dial it in to be just slightly above the 155 we did, just in case there's some harmonic roll-offs and stuff like that, some crossfades there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the stereo image for it, and I'm going to take this width right here, and I'm going to strip it all down. So everything here is complete mono signal. So I'm going to play it for you now. I'm going to turn this off. You hear the bass is a little bit more wide now. And now it's more centralized. It's mono. Now if I wanted to wrap the outside a little bit more, we could do this. So here, open play without the inserts on. Hear how flat it kind of sounds? And then we just gave that sample some nice bass. And the bass is nice and mono, which is going to be good if we ever cut this to vinyl or something. So yeah, that's a quick little 5-minute trick for you. Click subscribe and check me out and follow me, blah, blah, blah. Peace.